I'd like to call the Apria Parish Council agenda meeting in order for July 20th, 2016. Official time is 6:01. Everybody please rise for the prayer. Mr. Levy, would you lead us in prayer?
We meet here today to serve our community, to use our resources wisely and well, to represent all members of our community fairly, to make decisions to promote the common good. We recognize our responsibility to the past and to the future, and to the rights and the needs of both individuals and community. As trusted servants, we seek blessing on our deliberations and on our efforts here today. May we act wisely and well. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Amen. Mr. Francis, would you lead us in the pledge?
Please face the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we do roll call, everyone please silence their cell phones so we're not interrupted during the meeting. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Tommy Pollard.
Here.
Jay Davis.
Here.
Tommy Landry. Lloyd Brown.
Here.
Warren Dodson.
Here.
Natalie Broussard.
Here.
Paul Landry.
Here.
Ricky Dawson.
Here.
Joe Duca.
Here.
Eugene Olivier.
Here.
Brian Napier. Robert Francis.
Here.
Marty Trahan.
Here.
Chad Montre.
Here.
We do have a quorum, and let the record reflect that Mr. Landry and Mr. Napier said they were out of town for this meeting. Approval of minutes? There are none. Persons to address the council? There are none. Reports, finance and administrative action? There are none. Reports, parish and other governmental agencies. Report by project engineers and various ongoing projects, including grant-funded projects, all in accordance with resolution number 2013-49. That was included in your packet. You should have included a spreadsheet to see the update on all the bridges and projects. Public Works report. There isn't any. Special business? None. Council member announcements. Any council member here tonight has any announcements they would like to make? Hearing none. Moving along. Parish President announcements. Mr. Richard?
Okay, roadside drainage, we doing some roadside drainage work in District 14, Ashley Drive, Gospel Road, Ronald Circle, in District 3, Broken Arrow Road, Industrial Drive. We changed some road crossings in District 9 on Blue Lane Road and District 14 on Trey Circle. Drainage field work being done in District 13 on Rick Van Winkle Road, District 14 Judy Street, District 9 Harold Lander Drive, excuse me, Harold Lander Road. Debris pickup in District 2 on North Grand Prairie Road and District 9 on Rodriguez Road. We're doing slash busting work in District 9 on Blue Lane Road, road repairs in District 11 on Josephine Street, Archangel Street in District 12, Back Road in District 10, Port Road, and we're doing some road patching in District 9 on Harold Landry Road, Monad Road in District 12, District 13 on Lake Pinier Road, District 14 on Ross Road, District 14 also on Norris Road, District 3 George Segue Road, District 9 Booty Road and Rodrigue Road. We did spreading some soil in District 8, and we did some tree trimming in District 3, Jefferson Island Road, Sandos Road, and Seymour Road. Northside Road striping project. That project is going to be around $46,000. We have about $30,000 appropriated for it. The balance will come from Herman from a Public Works operating budget. And the reason I'm saying this, at the end of the year, we may run a little short, and if we need to, we'll make adjustments at that time. The Clerk of Court Storage Building. Construction contract is executed with Southern Construction. The pre-construction conference will be held on August the 10th, and notice to proceed is going to be on August the 22nd. John Lewis Bridge construction contract is executed with Gray Construction. The road work should begin in about 45 days. Crochet Road contract is going to be Gray Construction. They demolished the existing bridge and is currently driving piling. Gaudron Road Bridge. Utilities relocation is on schedule, and the contractor, Gray Construction, is expected to mobilize to the site at the beginning of September. Got a lot going on, as you could probably tell. In reference to Norwich Branch Canal, I had a meeting, attended a meeting, myself and Scott, with the following organizations: Iberia Parish representatives, Marty was there as well, Chad was there as well. Iberia Parish, Vermilion Parish, Lafayette Parish, and Sellers and Associate. Joel Robideau, Lafayette Parish President, hosted the meeting, which we focus on drainage as it relates to the whole region. The discussion that we focus on is an opportunities for all of us that was present to work together as a region in an effort to address the issues that's facing us. The specific meeting focused on the waterways that drain into Lake Pinier. The Acadiana Regional Airport. Myself and members of my staff met with Jason DeVilliers and representatives of the Acadiana Regional Airport this week to discuss opportunities for us to work on issues that affects both bodies, the airport and parish government. Water District number 4. Scott and I attended a meeting with Mr. Glenn Bernard to discuss potential expansion of services in Water District number 4. Discussion was focused around opportunities which may exist for the Water District with the community of Jeanerette. Hurricane preparedness follow-up meetings. In an ongoing effort, we continue to discuss a plan and responses in the event that Iberia Parish is faced with a hurricane. This week, our staff, or shall I say my staff, facilitated a meeting with Prescott Marcia, the director of Iberia Parish Office of Homeland Security. The meeting was a very, very good meeting, a very important meeting, and basically it's trying to get us ready in case we have a hurricane in Iberia Parish. Let's see what else I have for you. Economic Development meeting yesterday in Delcom. Mr. Sean Welcome with the Louisiana Economic Development and Scott and myself attended a meeting with a very large, with a large seafood processor in Delcom, or in the Delcom area, to discuss a potential expansion project, which could be located in Iberia Parish. In reference to the grocery store in Delcom, we visited that grocery store yesterday. The project has gone very well, and during that meeting, we found out that the store could be completed and open as early as November, which is ahead of schedule. So that's another good thing for Iberia Parish. Listen, I can go on and on. I think I'm good.
You're good.
We have a lot more. As you can see, I have all of this rest, left to read, so I don't think y'all want to hear all of that. But I'm trying to give you an idea of some of the things that we're doing in Iberia Parish, and we're doing a lot.
Any question, Mr. Richard? I had one call, Mr. Richard, on John Lewis Bridge. I didn't see it in the packet. The Sugar Mill called me. I was just gonna ask you to give me an update later if you didn't mind.
John Lewis Bridge?
Yeah, did you say it? I missed it.
Yes. Construction, we have the construction contract was executed with Gray Construction.
Okay.
The work is going to begin in about 45 days. I know it went fast because it's a lot.
I knew you said a few things and I missed out. That's good. I'll relay that information to him.
45 days.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Richard?
You did a good job, Mr. Richard.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, moving along. Public comment and ordinance and resolutions. Any motion?
Move.
Move by Mr. Brown.
Second.
Second by Mr. Davis. Roll call. And motion carries. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the council on any resolution or ordinance that is going to be discussed or voted on tonight? Please step up to the podium and state your name for the record and the item you're addressing. Hearing none? Seeing none?
Second.
Moved by Mr. Brown, second by Mr. Gosselin. Roll call. Motion carries. Resolution introduced for public hearing and adoption. Summary number 153, introduced by Warren P. Gosselin Jr., District 5. A resolution amending the 2016 Economic Development District Number 1 fund budget in amount of $164,000 in order to move the Lewis Street lift station from the west side to the east side of Lewis Street, all to be funded from the Lewis Street project contingent upon approval of the Economic Development District Number 1.
Move.
Moved by Mr. Gosselin, second by Mr. Landry.
Move to amend, Mr. Chairman, without objection.
You have the floor.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to amend as the outcome of the EDD district to remove 164 and include 230,000.
All right, I have a motion to remove 164 and replace with 230,000 for discussion at the EDD meeting. Do I have a second?
A second.
Second by Mr. Olivier. Any discussion?
Oh,
Mr. Gaston, you have the floor.
President Richard, I don't think you was in here for the ED district meeting. I gave you a packet, and the reason for that packet was to tell you we obtained a right-of-way at the skating ring, as you can tell, the old skating ring, the Foti property. And it's recommended by the engineer that we, in case of the Lewis Street widening program further, down the road, they want to move the lift station to page 3, I think, on the right side of the skating ring, or the Foti building today.
Okay.
So the additional cost is why it's coming in. You can see, I mean, he gave everything basically what it's gonna run. This is just an over-ring figure. It's still gotta be budgeted.
I thought it was 18,000.
It was. The substitute motion was to include 18,000, but they recommended that we move, that would have been at the street of Lewis Street, if we put the lift station that way.
Okay. So
So-
where are we gonna put it? What are we doing now?
Chandler, you wanna come up, or?
The original was to go in front of the skating rink,
Yes.
but we're kind of concerned with if the widening of Lewis ever happens, we'd be right up against the road again. He's only got a little bit. So this would be further into Oil Center subdivision, down Oil Center Drive to the back of his property.
Is it near the, is that a pumping station they have? In that,
We have a wastewater treatment plant in the
is
back.
it near that area?
It would be
What are you
closer to that. So right between the apartments and Mr. Foti's property on Oil Center Drive.
So will you still need a pumping station there?
We still would need the same pumping station. We're just further from our original location. That's why the additional cost comes in.
And I think earlier when we talked about doing it, one of the reasons we wanted to do it is because we was gonna be able to perhaps not have to need the pumping station if we would have gone across.
Gotcha. The treatment plant, we still plan to take it offline at some point. This new lift station, which would replace Lewis, will be closer to it.
Okay.
So we just won't have that tied in immediately by gravity. We won't be able to do it. Our original idea was to go through Mrs. Robrandt's property, which would have made it real simple, but now it won't be quite as easy. So we may have to pump from the back where the treatment plant is up to the front where the lift station would be.
Okay. So now, well, I didn't know this.
It just happened.
Do we have, we should be
They're
fine.
gonna put it on the Lewis Street project.
I know, but we still should be fine.
I mean, it should.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I
Do
was-
ask the
I was
question,
fine with
Mr.
the
Brown.
18, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I was fine with the 18, I just didn't know about this part here.
Mr. Richard, and I will have him tell you that the 18 was what
I know.
Correct.
You and
I mean, this
talked.
was something that the landowner who was gonna give the right of way, he felt better if we put it on that side of the property too. We couldn't execute the.
Well, I'm gonna be
the-
honest with you, I feel better with you moving it closer to the, I had that conversation today with Kim and Michael, moving it closer to the skating ring because you're not so much in that curve. And
I said the same exact thing, sir.
And the problem with the curve is that at any particular time, someone can get off that street and that 18,000 is nothing. In fact, the 60,000 is minimal if you have an accident. And the more you're gonna have people working on the road, the better your chances are for something to happen. It's just that I wasn't prepared for 65, is all I'm saying.
And
But if
that
we-
would be me. I apologize. This was a last minute thing, recommended from Chandler to me. So, like I said, and I think this morning when we talked, I didn't even have a figure to give just yet. So, I mean, if the council wants to wait, if you wanna,
Mr. Scott, you have the floor. I do have a couple council members. Would you like
Yeah,
to read-
sure.
Mr. Brown?
I would rather wait, because I thought really the parish president was involved in this also.
he was.
Not
He,
what I
well,
mean now,
this, and that's why I told you there was two different plans.
but he, that's his job. I mean, that's his job to do that. I mean,
Mr. Brown, you would like to address the parish president?
yeah,
Give me 1 second.
Okay. You got the floor when he's ready, Mr. Brown.
all right.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Listen, if you want to, if you want to take time to more clarity, I mean, it's not going anywhere.
No, I'm getting ready to ask him.
Oh, I'm
Go
so,
ahead,
I
I'm sorry.
apologize.
Yeah,
Hold on,
Past
Mr.
President, would you prefer to look at what we have and bring this back to us, so that you would have a handle on what's going on, rather than you?
Yeah, I
Making-
really would. I really would. Honestly speaking, I think we're gonna be okay. And in fact, some of the utility companies are already responding to the meeting that we had with what some of these dollars are gonna be for what they're gonna be doing as far as work for Lewis Street project I'm talking
Right.
about.
Yes, sir.
So we may end up being fine, but if we can actually hold off until the very next meeting, when is that, August the 10th?
I would feel better.
I would too.
All right.
Mr. Brown, you finished?
Yeah.
Mr. Gossen, you rest of the floor?
I mean, we shouldn't bother anything. I mean, look,
It won't change anything on our end.
Okay.
Yeah, if we have to wait a little while. so.
Anybody else? Ms. Broussard?
I'll move the table to August 10th meeting.
One comment.
go ahead.
Mr. Richard, just, in my concern is I think the Lewis Street project is needed. I looked at it myself. I think it needs to be moved, and this is a great location. But my concern is that we have enough money for the Lewis Street project to be completed as is. So I want to make sure that from administration point, y'all figure out that, where we at and make sure we're comfortable with it. And I think it's a good idea.
Believe me, that's what we're doing. I think we're gonna be fine,
Okay.
Warren. Just let's wait until August the 10th.
All right.
I'm good with that.
I have a
Second.
motion to table by Ms. Broussard, second by Mr. Gossen.
Table to,
To
August
August
the 10th.
10th.
August 10th meeting. Roll call. That motion carries. Summary number 154, introduced by the clerk of the council, a resolution of condolences to the family of Mrs. Dorothy, I'm gonna mess this one up, Oppenmeyer, sister of Iberia Parish government employee Teresa Mouton, who passed away July 8, 2016.
Move.
Move for unanimous second.
Unanimous
second.
Roll call. Motion carries. Summary number 155, introduced by the clerk of the council, a resolution ratifying the appointment of Mr. Mark Sinet to the Iberia Parish Recreation and Playground Board, representing the village of Laurelville for a 5-year term to fill the vacancy created by the expiration of Mr. Mark Sinet, whose term expires August 9, 2016. Moved by
Second.
Mr. Olivia, second by Ms. Broussard. Roll call. I missed you, Joe. Sorry about that.
move to adjourn.
I have it, before I accept the motion to adjourn, I do have an expansion. In front of you is the green paper. Expansion, July 20, 2016. Discuss and consider a motion to expand the agenda to discuss and consider Resolution Summary 156, which is a resolution to amend the resolution number 2016-111 in order to, A, lift the freeze in funding from the amount of $150,000 in the 2016 royalty fund budget appropriated for Autumn Lane contract payment line item. B, appropriation of $85,000 to be utilized for the development of a road priority list. And C, return the balance of $65,000 to the fund balance previous year line item parish president. The purpose of this expansion is to appropriate funding for a road priority list in order that this list may be developed in a timely fashion. I need a motion to go into public hearing. Moved by Mr. Trahan, second by Mr. Eugene.
Francis.
Francis, sorry about that, Berwick. Roll call. That motion carries. Need a motion to go to public comment? Okay. I need a motion to go into regular session. Move.
Second.
For public comments. Anybody in the audience would like to make a comment on this expansion? Now's the time. Hearing none.
Motion to go into regular session.
Got a motion by Ms. Broussard to go into regular session, second by Mr. Olivier. Roll call. Motion carries. Need a motion to expand the agenda.
I move. Second.
Moved by Mr. Trahan, second by Mr. Gaston. Roll call. That motion carries. Now I need a motion for the resolution, to adopt the resolution.
Move.
Moved by Mr. Trahon. Second by Mr. Francis. Roll.
Discussion.
Anybody like any discussion?
Yes, I'd like to.
Okay, Mr. Dugas?
My only concern here is that we don't have the road list. What if this project was high on the road list when the engineers developed his priority list, right?
Say that again?
If Autumn Lane comes up high on the priority list developed by the engineer, we're taking the funding away from it right now.
If Autumn Lane would come up high on the priority list, we would be doing a road project, which means you would have to have money to do a road project.
Yeah, but you're trying to fund the engineer's evaluation of all our roads to determine what roads need the most attention right now.
Right, I'm doing what the council passed me to do.
Right, I'm not questioning that. What if Autumn Lane became high on that priority list?
If we have a list of if we have a list of priority of roads for the whole parish, if it comes high, well, you use the money that you dedicated for the road project to do the road.
Well, you're taking the money away from this project.
Right, but you would probably have to bond money to do a road.
Hold on, Mr. Bond.
You would have to bond money to do the road, to do all the roads, and it would just be included in that money.
So you're not taking it out of the list completely, you're defunding them right now until the road list gets determined.
Every road in the parish is gonna be evaluated.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with that project getting started if it gets high on the
Absolutely
priority.
not.
Okay, I just want
No,
to make sure.
absolutely not.
Got it? Do- Any other, you clear, Joe?
I'm clear.
Okay. Any other discussion? Roll call. That motion carries. Any motion adjourned?
Adjourn.
Oh, record time.